Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the TP Labs channel. Today we are again at Mikhail's. Let's see what's new here. Now we will fill this stand for the machines step by step. Mikhail will tell you everything right now and show you exactly how it happens, a little bit at a time. Well, have we started? So the process of weighing water is underway. How much water do we use for mixing? 500. How many?
Just 5,300.
Approximately 5,300 water.
Everything's correct. There are ways to do it.
Yeah?
Of course, the humidity is actually very high.
So, Mikhail, tell us what we're going to do now.
We're going to pour the base for the third machine and the stand. The stand is quick, but the base needs to be leveled because it will be milled later, and the stand will just pour it. We'll quickly assemble this machine.
Let's see what's inside the stand. So, in the stand, we've done it this way so that, as I understand, it doesn't come off.
Yeah, so it holds more or less. The wrapping is to keep it together.
So that's what we've got inside.
Here are the embedded parts, 30 millimeters square with chamfered edges and bolts for test assembly. We'll glue the base to the stand, and these are the embedded bolts for the test fit.
So, like this, just like that. This is what we're going to use to mix everything together. Here's our mixer. That's what it looks like right here in front of us.
We're going to mix concrete, something like B60 or B80. The thing is, we're using coarser, cheaper gravel because large volume castings of high strength don't require finer aggregate. And
that's for the pedestal, but what about for the base?
For the base as well. It's huge. It has a 480 cross section. Here it's 10 and 260 at the minimum. It's way too big to try to bend it in any way. That's why it's made from non-critical parts, but this one is from very critical ones.
And what kind of gravel are we going to use? Granite, right?
Granite, yes. Granite 520 large.
Well, that's it, gentlemen. The mixing has started. Misha, what's the recipe here? Come over and explain. And please hand the camera over here, if you could. The microphone isn't working.
What do we have here? Cement CM1. M600, as it's called, which is the most straightforward. Granite gravel, mineral powder, dry additive MD2S50S, I think. This is the target hyperplasticizer, which is used as a plasticizing agent as far as I know. I don't remember the target model. We need to check the barrel right now. Seems like the gravel is pyramid shaped too. Coarse sand. Well, not ground, but with a coarse fraction.
So, as I understand, this isn't a mixer from a plastering station?
Yes.
How does it mix?
It's a bit slower than ours, but it can actually hold a significantly larger volume. Here, it's 22 batches, 800 liters in one, and the other has a very complicated volume.
How many batches do we need to make?
22 batches. Got it. For our small one, for each. And this one is half that. Yeah. Well, all right. Is it hard for it?
It's still meant for plaster, but as I understand it, a gravity mix won't work.
It mixes for a really long time and not very well. And the builders didn't give us the lid again, right, builders?
They did. I saw it here in the winter. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with the machines for now.
Yeah, I'll remove the tenon over there.
Okay. So, gentlemen, this is what it looks like from a distance. I saw it. The CNC was already connected. It was moving. Mikhail, when will we get to see it in action?
How does it move? Probably at the end of next, as expected in the timeline.
Week. End of next week. Yes.
We'll just hang the CNC here. We're just going to test the system itself now. It's training software for the honing machine. At an acquaintance's residence on a similar type of machine. Not exactly the same design, but very similar. 3 high-performance motors on the spindle and everything else in total. So we bring our whole system to his machine and connect it up. And we run it, right? Yeah, we just run it on the machine.
I've already seen how it moves.
Yeah, it's all completely set up right now on the stand, on the film support. It's just the system that's special to transport. Well, tomorrow morning, yeah, I'm transporting it. That's why they connected me.
Show our CNC. Here it is. You saw it in previous videos, as you might remember from before. Yeah, actually, it was quite a long time ago, if you recall. Here are the drivers themselves. What do we have here?
This is the main titanium block. This is the spindle driver. 1, 2, 3, 4 axes. And the main motherboard is enough for us. there are also output codes. For a machine like this, that's enough.
And these ones here too?
Yeah, with small motors like these, they're just not quite enough. They're about half a ton in weight and move with some wear over time, but it was still scary when it used to wobble on these supports. Now it doesn't wobble.
And here's the spindle, a real beast.
We got this spindle from a good friend, bought it used, but it's still in very good condition. We checked it and it works.
It's just 6.5 kilowatts.
6.5 kilowatts, 24,000 RPM, BT30. The spindle heads were filled for honing.
Did you pour it here with a ready-made mixture?
Yes, this is B120. It's a really expensive store-bought mix. They make it to order for us.
Yeah, don't mind everything looks so messy. The concrete
Works. Yes, it's not fluid. It's very viscous. So you have to use a vibrator to lay it all down. And it gets all over everything. All of this will be cleaned up.
here, right here on the vibrating table. That's exactly how we accomplished everything. It's so hard, so strong. So what do we have here? Well, let's see what they're pouring over there. Mixing, mixing, jabbing, mixing. And they mix so little, who's going to win this? No, they mix so little that it's barely noticeable. Ah, there it is now. Look, the crap has finally moved through the pipe, just as we expected. Quick, take a picture of it before it disappears. Do you think he will remember you after all this? Or will it just be another forgotten moment? Does it stink? He will remember, yes, because the smell is quite noticeable and tends to linger. So, there is one specific mix that they use for this process. Here, the guys always make sure to measure out boxes like this in advance, carefully preparing each one before they begin. We pour all this, pour slowly. Like in the kitchen.
Yes, precision is definitely important here.
How many? 2 boxes?
Yes. In one batch of our little mixer.
And is the plasticizer already added here? No.
The plasticizer is added to the water to improve the mixture. And here, it's a dry plasticizer, well, a concrete additive used in concrete mixtures. The yellow one, I think that's it, you know. And here, there's also a white powder.
That's mineral powder. What is it made from? Dolomite flour, I think. I can't say for sure. So, does it save cement or does it improve something else?
It improves it. It affects the workability of the mix. Well, and it also saves cement.
And you mix it with Ackerman, right?
Yes. We use it with that, but for CMROS, we tried it and never again. Yeah, it's crap, right? Not for work, not for anything.
Yeah, so what is it lousy?
Exactly, yeah. We bought CM1, also M600. No, it doesn't even glitch. Plasticizers, at least our plasticizers,
Literally at all.
don't work.
Yeah, you see, it seems like cement is cement, but they're not the same at all.
I'm not saying it works, but our plasticizers just couldn't do anything with it.
The measurement has now started, currently. And that's it, just this much water. It's already with the Viper plasticizer.
The water, yeah, we've already added it, and
Do you add a lot there?
right now we're adding by the gram, Gracie.
Aha, got it, okay.
Gracie, right, those are the leaders for the whole mold, actually. Well, here too, as you can see. You watch how it turns out, right?
So can you actually see how people are getting the workability? Yes.
Right now you can film it directly. Dima, when you start mixing, make a separate batch here for the capital. That one I actually don't see. Here, do you see that you need to film for just a couple of minutes, you know, to make sure you capture everything?
Yeah, but not only is there a lot of work, it's my own too. See how it's set right away. Absolutely nothing at all to the finish. No matter what you try. Yeah. So where did that plasticizer go?
I don't know, some crazy chemistry.
Why does it stink? Well, come on, just tell me what it is already. Let me really take a whiff of it. Oh, damn. That's awful. Let me just... I'm up to the chemicals. It stinks, damn it. subtitles made, he handles it for a long time and it turns out pretty well. Sometimes you have to reverse it. And with a regular gravity lamp, there's no chance to install it at all. Oh, it can't handle it. It can't handle it. It doesn't help. So at least the calcification. Let's read it in 3D. Got it. It's been running through the pipes for a while now. Now we'll mix a batch with our plasticizer and then we'll add it in. Let's see how it turns out differently. There's this much water, just a little bit.
Of water. Don't pour it all in. So we can mix it. This one rises in just a minute and a half. You could even record this for yourself. For us.
It'll be obvious when it starts slipping. We'll try all the other ones later. You poured it in there, right?
Well, at least let it sit for half a minute.
But yeah, we should. And you added it to that one, right?
Yeah.
Into the water.
Right into the water, after all, which is smart. It'll work even without water, and it'll be harder without water. You need to pour it in. It won't get thicker.
It won't, so we need to pour it in. All right, go ahead.
Can you open it now?
Yeah. See, folks, without a plasticizer, there are all these lumps. Really, they're that big. Yeah. Let me see. Damn. Will it dissolve now? Got it, thank you. Could you please cover the bottom for me too, just to be sure? Oh, you can really see it starting to do its thing. How interesting. You can feel the metal. What an interesting bit of chemistry.
And when the microphone is off, it actually gets easier for her, it turns out.
Probably a plus. Listen, yeah, so we're not adding any water or lye.
Not at all. Well, yeah, no.
A bit less water than usual, just about 100 grams less is allowed, so it works for 7 to 10 minutes. There you can see it happening right before your eyes. It comes to life. Fascinating chemistry. Yeah, it has an active match. And if you add a lot of water, is that bad? Yes?
Yes, that's not good. It's better to add it right away so it mixes in properly. As soon as it gets mixed in, it starts working. But it mixes in too.
So folks, once it was ignited, it all turned into concrete. Before, it was just a mushy mess.
Now it's settling at this moment. It's not super fluid, but that's enough for us here. This right here. Well, that's a vase. I remember a vase like that. Quality, approximately 130 grams of each component.
Yeah, Mikhail says we actually have a dispenser. We just need to get it running now.
When it was working properly, it made a lot of dust in the area. Its insides are exposed now, but even so, it did all the dosing work for us.
Yeah, because just preparing all of the components and carefully weighing them by hand for this pour actually took an entire day. But the actual pouring took at most an hour. And if we had a dispenser, everything would be done quickly in 2 hours.
Yeah, it wouldn't even take 2 hours. Yeah, we would have poured it in just an hour or an hour and a half. It used to dose really fast.
How many components in total?
We need to dose 8.
How many we need now?
Now it's left 6. But for the denser one, we'll need the 8 here.
Well, gentlemen, this immediately becomes liquid. Then with plasticizer, he hasn't even kneaded yet.
Now the border will be visible when you get there. It seems to me that you need to add too little water. Don't worry, whatever happens will happen.
Well, fill the glass.
Yes.
The crushed stone was a bit dry, so in order to improve it, we added 100 grams of water, and after that it became a real slurry. Dresnia.
You see, they added 100 to the table. And is it enough time to leave like this? Yes, 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 please, don't interfere now.
Mikhail, how long will it take for it to set in?
Tomorrow it will already be strong, but we wait 3 days and then we move it. And
Well, otherwise we wait 20 days, right?
here's the thing, we actually wait a total of 20 days on the frame so that, see, the length is exactly a meter. We checked it carefully, and by the end it bends somewhere during the last 10 days by about 300 kilometers. For some people it doesn't really matter, they don't have to wait, but for us those 300 kilometers are extremely important, so we wait.
And then it stabilizes.
After that, yes, everything. Well, yes. When we measured it a few months later, there might have been an error, but we couldn't measure it.
It's like, to put it another way, the level of concentration of active substances in homeopathy, for example.
Yes. But for us, it's important because our setup has high rigidity. If he hadn't been tough, it wouldn't have mattered. We have 700 millimeters between the guides. We have an average glow of 250 millimeters here. The average 200 millimeters will be for the choice. And because of the large pancake and high rigidity, we cannot ask for 300 square meters of continuous guides. It will be
Wedge. And
we are riding.
there would be some play.
Yes. And we even have special kits on the travel carriage. Here's the machine. It doesn't have a ball screw installed. Look, I'm pushing it with just one finger. Well, in winter I can,
Push it myself. It only has inertia.
and that's half a ton. That's 160 to 180 kilograms, 260. Well, I'm pushing half a ton here. And if it were 300ths, they would have covered it. Well, yeah. And there's no play. We showed you, remember, when we tried to push the spindle weighing 80 kilograms. It didn't move for us, because if we had moved it around, it would have played back. There's no play.
And the carriage. Well, it's not really a carriage, but how much does that stand there? 800 kilograms, you said.
Does it come out too?
Yeah, at least you can jump on it once you get to...
But you can, yeah. There are complaints that it's a bit heavy.
Ah, to hell with it. What, it's just a stand?
Basically, it's 200 kilograms of concrete. Well, we'll survive. Well, it'll work well, the setup.
Misha, honestly, what do you actually think is the shelf life of cement, in your opinion?
There is. About half a year to a year. It's bad, I'll show you. We had some lying around. The cement clumped up.
But it's a sealed bag anyway, right?
Well, it still let some in. It's not completely airtight. The builders left it outside. It stood through the winter. Ackerman packs it well, though.
Listen, the fresher it is, the better.
Ideally, it should be no older than 6 months.
And what about ordering some special cements, like fine-grained ones?
No, nobody's interested in that.
Large tonnage, right?
Only? Yes, they work with large volumes. This only works with profitable volumes.
It would be costly. It's better to make it yourself.
Right? No, I built a ball mill myself. I ground the stone flour myself. You can grind it yourself, but it turns out to be as expensive as gold, and the casting becomes as expensive as gold too. Basically, it increases the glow. Well, that's how it is. An oversized pedestal. 200 kilograms of concrete made from coarse cement is much cheaper than 1 kilogram made from home ground with additives.
Yeah, it would cost as much as cocaine.
Yes, more precisely.
Well, so the vibration has started.
subtitles have been created and provided by Dmitry to help make the video more accessible and easier to understand for all viewers. Look here, the concrete was cut. Everything flows just fine. There are some voids left, but it's really fine for feet.
Well, gentlemen, we've poured one just as we discussed earlier. The first drink has been served, and now we can begin our evening together. Then there will be a noticeable gap here, and it will be carefully glued to the other part, and here it will be thoroughly filled and glued with a ready-made mixture. And what are the pipes for? All these wires and such.
No, studs will go through here later. We'll tighten them, glue it, tighten it all the way through for control.
It's so flexible. Look, there's hardly any water, but with vibration it really works. If
Ours was just a bit more flexible, there would be fewer bubbles.
well, I see, okay.
But Alexander is against it, he says. Strength, strength, strength. We're talking about bubbles and strength.
All right. Well, folks, that's how it is. So subscribe to the channel, give us a like. All the best. Bye.